What is going on, guys? It's your boy Latins here, and today I got you a brand new video on how to become a better box fighter. Now, I'm not just talking about creative box fighting, I'm also talking about box fighting in-game. Like, this is going to help you in both, guys. So, if this does help you, make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe if you learned something new. And, yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it. Peace. Alright, guys, so this is one of the most important things that you can do in boxing. Some people disagree with me on this, but I'm telling you right now, especially if you're not that experienced, place a cone in your box. Yes, it is worth the 10 builds, guys. I meant the 1 build, guys. Trust me. Like, this is your second layer of protection here, especially when someone's trying to take your wall. Like, you can easily edit that, edit out to the side, and then boom, make another box, right? If you don't have a cone in this box, then you give your opponent the opportunity to do this to you. Boom. Right? You don't want them to have that. You don't want them to be able to put a ramp in or put their own cone in and then put themselves in the advantage here, right? It's like, okay, they take my wall, boom, I'm going over here, and then boom. Make sure I'm standing on another cone. Repeat the entire time. You do this, guys, and I'm telling you right now that this will help you out a lot. This will save you a lot. It's so important to have a cone. Alright, guys, so now I'm going to show you one box fight technique to try and, put damage off on your opponent. So I'm sure you guys all know what a peanut butter is. It's basically you edit those 3 tiles, you sit behind this, and then just shoot, right? No, you don't want to do that, alright? I don't even do that. You want to go for the Clicks peanut butter instead. Now, I'm not sure if it's called the Clicks peanut butter. I just call it the Clicks peanut butter because he's who I, saw it from. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to run to the side and edit those 3 tiles. So basically you're moving to the side, you're hitting these 3 tiles, and you're jumping. So basically you do it all in one motion, like you see right there, and then boom, you get your shot off. And this is way more efficient, guys. Like, and it definitely catches your opponent off guard, right? Because most people will just sit behind regular peanut butters, right? Your opponent's not gonna expect you to just boom. It's very fast. It's a quick movement, and it definitely gives you free damage. Alright, guys, so now it's time for the next tip in defensive box fighting, and that is playing out of multiple boxes, right? So here's why we play out of multiple boxes. So let's say I'm the aggressor here, right? I'm trying to take your wall. I'm trying to pretty much make you panic and do something predictable, right? That gets me to get a pump shot off, or maybe I just take your wall and get a pump shot off, right? So when you're playing out of one box, you're limited in your movement, right? Like, okay, he can go there, he can go here, he could go out the backside, or he may just be a weirdo and just try to edit out on me like this, right? So this makes it easy for your opponent to predict your movement. And let's say, okay, they think you're going there, right? As soon as they see that edit, boom, they get a free shot off on you right there, right? When you're playing out of multiple boxes, guys, your movement becomes a lot less predictable, and it becomes harder for your opponent to figure out what you're gonna do, right? Like, you get so many more angles, guys. Like, you can go for a pump shot right there on the side. Maybe you go for a pump shot on this side, and then boom, whatever, he takes your wall right there, boom, 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 boom. Like, there's so much you can do if you just keep building out boxes like I'm doing right here. You become way less predictable. You can go for all types of edits, and it becomes a lot harder for your opponent to predict your movement. And that's important. You do not want them to be able to predict your movement, right? You want to make sure that you're always moving every time they take your wall, or building boxes and just playing as defensive as possible as you can until maybe you get that that pump shot up on them, or maybe eventually you just decide to box them and then boom. Like, there's so many things that you can do, guys. Alright, guys, here comes tip number 3, and I'm sure we've all been in this position before, whether it was in like a tournament or pubs or maybe even scrims, right? So you're in your box, you're vibing, you're having a good time, waiting for the next zone to rotate, and Fat Boy decides he wants to box up right next to you like that. Or even worse, you have a guy who boxes up to you like this. Those are the weird ones. But we're going to focus on this guy for now, right? We'll get to that guy later. So basically, you decide you either have a god loadout, right? And you want to, be aggressive towards him. Maybe try and get the kill, a couple shots off, whatever. Maybe you need Storm Surge tags. Or maybe you just want him to run away. You want to show him that you're not messing around. You're going to alpha up and show him who's boss, right? So basically what you want to do is just build a box with a ramp like this. And you're going to edit this ramp, and then you're going to press his wall. The reason why I have ramps there is to give you that extra layer protection, and then boom, you get his wall. Maybe you put a cone in, you go for your pump shot or whatever, and then he moves back away from you, right? So that's one way you can do this. Or maybe he's a weirdo. Maybe he's the one aggressing you a little bit, and you want to try and take his wall and you like get some damage off on him, and he's sitting here peanut buttering you, going for shots like that, right? So what you would do instead in this situation is you would place a cone, and then you would edit the cone like this, and then boom. Now look at that. You got a clear line of sight on his wall like that to just shoot at it, and he doesn't have anything on you. Hold on, let me edit this again. And then look, what's he gonna peanut butter? He has nothing to peanut butter, right? He can't get any damage off on you. That's why I love to go for that. But another thing too, when they go for the window edit like that, I prefer to have the ramp, because he can't get a tag off on you like this. When you have the cone, they can't get a tag off on you. So yeah, that's the next tip right there for that type of situation. And on to this guy, the one you wanted to be diagonal to your box. We already dealt with this guy, now we're moving on to this one, right? So how do you approach the situation? First off, let me tell you right now, if you ever see someone go diagonal to your box like that, instantly, guys, instantly build another box. Alright, the reason why you're instantly building another box is because this guy might have a crash pad, and the reason why he did this diagonal is just so he could crash pad in and then try and kill you, right? So instantly, you want to build another box out to the side, and you want to sit in this box for now, right? Just in case. So let's say he doesn't crash pad in. Let's say he doesn't have a crash pad, and he decides he just wants to box up on you like that, right? So now you have a choice. You can either leave it and, you know, just play out of your boxes and just be wary of this side, or you can try and be aggressive on him and try and get him to go away or take the fight, right? Because you don't want something diagonal on you like this. This is just something that is just painful to have, because, like, you know, you want to take shots off on people in the distance or whatever, try and get whatever kills you can, and this guy is literally just cock blocking you. So basically what you want to do is you want to go ahead and just build a box out like that, right? Alright, so now you have this extra layer of stuff right here, right? And now you want to try and take his wall. Now, I don't want you to mindlessly pickaxe this wall, right? Like, you want to fake stuff out, right? So basically, let's say we're going to edit this wall, boom, pickaxe that, boom, pickaxe that. And he might go for a peanut butter, right? He might go for a peanut butter. And what's good about this, right? If he's not playing with a cone, like I told you guys, like always play with a cone, even though I didn't have a cone right there. You can actually place a ramp in like that. And now you have two choices. You can either jump in, flip the ramp, pump him, if you want to take that 50-50, if you're a psychopath. Or he's going to panic and try and break the ramp. And then now you can take the wall, go for a little cheek shot, you know, off the side or whatever you want to do with this play and get a pump shot off on him. So that's what I recommend doing with these guys. I mean, I don't recommend you just going out in the open, just going crazy on them. You want to always play from a protected layer. And yeah, that's it. Alright guys, so now it's time for the next tip, and this tip's all about movement. And you're probably thinking, what do I mean by movement, right? And exactly what I mean, like your movement, like how you move around, how you take your shots with your movement and stuff like that. So basically, let's say you got this guy fully boxed right here, right? And, you know, you pretty much, you're ready to go, man. Like, you're ready to pump him, you're ready to end this fight. And this guy's desperate, right? This guy's not gonna, you know, be out here breaking your back wall because he knows you're gonna pump him or whatever, right? So he has to try and take the 50-50. He's probably gonna be trying to spray your wall or whatever, or maybe he just has a shotgun out ready. And you want to make sure he doesn't hit you, right? So there's multiple things you can do. Like I said before, you know, the clicks peanut butter. That's movement right there, right? Your movement is what you did with this edit to make sure that you went over to the side for this extra layer of protection to pump him, right? Or for example, this, right? Let's say you want to go for the window edit, boom. You saw what I did there? As I edited it, I moved to the side. Why did I move to the side? So he cannot shoot you, right? You have this layer of protection, then you can go boom, right? Like, it's important to do something like that. Like, focusing on your movement, right? Like, boom, boom, boom. Always crouching over to the side, moving to an angle where he can't hit you, but then you can hit him. That's what movement's all about, guys, in this situation. You want to make sure you always practice your movement. Now, how can you practice it? Exactly doing what I'm doing, right? Like, boom, 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 boom. Like, always make sure you're moving over to the layer of protection you have. Literally, that's the best way to do it. I like to crouch a lot when I do it. Like, you also don't gotta, you know, obviously go for that either. You may just want to just edit it, boom, crouch to the side, boom. Now that's literally all there is to it, guys, for this type of movement inside of a box. Alright guys, so now it's time for the next tip, and this tip is all about edit distance. And you're probably thinking, what is edit distance, right? Basically exactly what it means, right? You're trying to edit build pieces from a certain distance away. So as you can see, I'm in this box right now, guys. And I'm able to edit this wall right here while I'm in this box. And you're probably thinking, how do you do that, right? Because you're probably spamming your edit button right here, like unable to edit. No, there's no way you can do that, right? But no, all you have to do is pull out your blueprints, click your edit button, and then boom, now you're able to edit the wall. And you can reset it from here too. But make sure you always click your blueprints first, right? Now, I'm pretty sure this is the max distance you're actually able to edit this from, guys. Correct me if I'm wrong. But this is extremely useful, especially in box fighting, guys. Your opponent may be smacking that wall. You may just want to do that and boom, 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 right? Like, there's so many things you can do in a situation. Or maybe that's his wall. And you're just like, boom, boom, boom. Edit it, boom, 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 boom. Like, you know, there's so many things you can do. The possibilities are endless with this. And I'm actually going to show a few clips of me doing this so you guys can see how useful it is. And yeah, that's going to be it for this tip. Alright guys, so now it's time for the next tip in the video, and this one's going to be all about piece control, which is crucial in box fighting, guys. Piece control is one of the most important things you can do in a box fight. So what do I mean by piece control? Basically what piece control is claiming build pieces around in your general area, especially in your fight, and moving in an unpredictable way to throw off your opponents, right? So basically, as you guys saw earlier when I was showing defensive, boom. This right here is an example of piece control, right? I'm predicting that maybe he goes that way, and I'm claiming the build pieces here so I can get a shot off him, for example. Or maybe he wants to go that way, right? And then I just double it down and then boom. Like, there's possibilities are endless with piece control, to be honest. There's a bunch of ways you can do it, right? Maybe he's coming up, right? Maybe he's about to double edit through his cone. He double edits and then boom, I place the wall, he pumps it, and then boom, I shoot him, right? Or maybe I have an opponent behind me, right? And I'm just chilling. Like, let's say in a build fight, and then I just do this, boom. That's an example of piece control right there. There's a bunch of examples. I'm going to show you guys a few clips of me actually piece controlling people, so you can have a general idea of what exactly it is. And the best ways that I would say to practice it, guys, is to do it in creative, and obviously the real game, like actual games. But yeah, definitely spend a lot of time in creative, and I'll even show creative clips of me doing it, and then, you know, practice in the real game too. And you'll definitely get really good at it very fast as long as you're putting a decent amount of time in it, and figure out all the different ways you can piece control someone, right? Like, there could be something like, let's say your opponent's a few layers down from you, right? Like, boom, 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 and then boom, right? Boom, that's an example of piece control right there. Like, there's a bunch of different things you can do. But yeah, that's going to be it for this tip. Alright guys, if you made it this far in the video, thank you, I appreciate it a lot. And if you definitely enjoyed it or learned something new, make sure you leave a like and comment and subscribe. And yeah, that's going to be it. See you guys soon for the next video. Peace.